So guys, here's another example on trend line. So here is our trend line. Like I said, minimum of 2 touches, but in this case we have 3 touches. Yeah, so like one thing we must also notice that trend line also can also be a zone on our chart. Not just what I mean is not just a single line, just like this up one here, but also a zone. That means we can mark our trend line this way, then look for price to come to this particular zone and start having some kinds of rejection. So we can look at it as a zone on our chart and not just a particular swing point or a particular point on our chart. So like in this case now we have this reaction here, we have price reacting to the zone here, and we have all this large movement to the downside. And now we see again the third time we see price coming back to that particular zone, and we have all this push to the downside. So like I said earlier, it's either you trade the trend line or you wait for the breakout to trade it. So now in this case, imagine you were trading with the trend line. After getting a second touch here, you wait for the third touch and you get all this pip here, you get all this profit here, selling off, you get all this profit here. So now and if you are waiting to excuse me, if you are waiting to trade the breakout, and you see here in this case we have this beautiful breakout of the trend line. This okay, now we even have a fourth touch here. We see price passing into the zone. We see this weak rejection, which is an indication of a fake breakout. Yeah, so we have this weak rejection, and this was the particular candle that closed above our zone, this tiny candle here. So now we have this breakout, and we even get a better confirmation with this particular large candle closing above the trend line, the breakout of the trend line. And trading it, we have all this large move to the upside, and we grab all of this profit trading the breakout of the candle. So it depends on you which one you find easier, which one you find better, and which one you find more profitable to trade. So it's as easy as this. Trading this concept is as easy as what I'm explaining now. All you just have to do is to be patient, to allow the market do what it has to do. So you get it now. So it's either you decide to trade the breakout of the trend line, or you trade the touch on the trend line, just like in this case, getting the first touch, second touch, you wait for the third touch, then you enter the market, either in an uptrend or a downtrend. And I repeat again, please don't follow the trend line. Just make sure you have a minimum of 2 touches to confirm that the trend line is a valid trend line. And selling off here at this particular point, now we grab all of this profit to an advantage. Yeah, this concept is as simple as what I'm explaining now. And if you're waiting to trade the breakout of the trend line, you wait for the candle to close above the trend line, out of the trend line, I mean to say. So let the candle close out of the trend line. So in this case, we got this tiny candle here, this particular tiny candle here, closing above the trend line. And for confirmation, we have this big candle stick here that is closing out of the trend line. Entering the market at this point, we get all of this big profit to an advantage. So you see it now. This is how to trade this concept. Is as simple as this. So now the thing you do for me now is just go ahead, look for chart example and trade this concept. We have another one here, this particular one here. So let me bring this trend line, and let's do it now. So okay, now this is it. This is our trend line now. Another thing I will have to tell you guys is you can decide whether to place your trend line at the wick of the candle or touching the body of the candle. Whichever way, it's still correct. That means, what I mean is placing it like this. Okay, yeah. But it was not pierce the body of the candle this way, but at least touching the body and the wick. It's okay to draw your trend line this way. So in this case, we have it piercing through the wick, touching a little bit, touching the body. Here we have it piercing through this wick, touching the body. So you can draw your trend line like this. It's still valid anyway. Still valid anyway. But let's just keep it simple this way. Yeah. So now in this case we have the first touch here. We see price reacting to the trend line. We have our second touch here. We have this one here which came so close to the trend line. So it just depends on you to just make up your strategy. Maybe you only trade it when you see it touching the trend line, or if you see it getting so close. But just imagine you took it from here, now you grab all of this profit to your advantage. Now we have it touching this particular point. Now touching the trend line for the third time, and we see price went up. We see price reacting to it. We see the fourth touch. We see price moving, reacting to it. We grab all of this profit, trading it from either this point or this point. We grab all of this profit. And if you want to trade the breakout of the trend line, and you patiently wait to trade the breakout of the trend line, you see this particular point. This was the candle that closed outside of the trend line. This particular bearish candle, we see it closing outside of the trend line, and we take our trade from here. We grab this huge profit to our advantage. We see the price sold off. Imagine you held this long. We see that it sold off up to this particular point. So you see now, but I know many of us will not have the patience to hold this long, but at least you have all of this profit to your advantage. So this it tells how to trade trend line. So you see that you wait for the price to break the support or the resistance before you enter the trade, or you trade it when you see price coming to the trend line and having some kind of reaction. You understand? So that's how to trade it.